Hey everyone, we're getting ready to get started. Grab your journals, grab your drink, and your favorite pen or pencil. All right. Hey everyone, this is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and this is Biz Tip Tuesdays. How's everyone doing today? So, for those of you who are new to Biz Tip Tuesdays, welcome. And this is a small biz boutique production. This is my YouTube channel that this recording will also be available as well as those that are seeing this live feed inside of our Facebook groups. So for those of you who do not know who I am Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and you can find me at keepitsimplecoach.info.com as well as on social media inside of LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And again, today is Biz Tip Tuesday. So let's get busy. How's everyone doing today? Yay! All right, so listen, we've got a lot to cover, and hopefully, you will see this as a tool that I'm certain you all are going to find a use for. And I've already put it into practice, so I'm going to do a little show and tell today. And this particular tool is for sharing. So, as is noted in our title today, we are going to be looking at how is it that you can make sharing your content easier for your readers? What do I mean by that? Many times you put content out there and other people want to share it. Now, there's the opportunity just by clicking on something that then it will prompt and that they can themselves open up their own app like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, right? And that they do all the heavy lifting in getting that information and sharing it. Well, I've got a real great tool for you that you can make sharing so much more easier for your reader. And that's what you want. You want to eliminate friction, as we like to call it. So, anytime that you can simplify, the better. And hey, I'm the Keep It Simple coach. So, this is what I do. All right. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, again, I want to also welcome any of my new members that are found inside of our Small Biz Society.info is where newbie entrepreneurs, DIYers who are doing this work themselves as small biz owners and are learning and growing for their business to levels of profitability. So, welcome to any of our new members who happen to be watching tonight. And of course, those of you who are watching this as a recording inside of YouTube. I also say thank you for watching. Now, if any of you are also aspiring entrepreneurs, meaning you're sitting on a fear fence, doing a little bit of procrastination, just haven't done what you need to do to get your biz started, then please join me over at the jumpstartmydreambiz.com. And over there is where you will find a group of individuals who are kind of in the same situation but are looking to change their conditions and become jumpers. So please join us over at jumpstartmydreambiz.com is where I help and support those individuals as well. So, as I was mentioning, let's get into a tool. So I'm going to be mirroring my computer at this point. So, if you just want to watch this time, then you can circle back and then you can watch the recording. Probably the best thing to do because it's a little complicated. Not say it's complicated, but I'm going to go into the into two different windows. So, as I was mentioning before, what are the ways that you're going to be able to make sharing your content easier for your readers? Now, the example I'm going to share with you tonight is using it from when I blog posts and my blogging posts themselves. This also can apply to any other resource or content that you may have. So just know that. But I'm just going to be modeling for you how I'm using it inside of my blogging content. Okay. So for those of you who don't already know, I host my website using a WordPress platform. Again, You don't have to have WordPress to use this or anything along those lines. I'm just sharing with you what I'm going to be interface I will be modeling with. So let me just first give you a little example of what things look like on the back end of my blog post first, and then how I'm applying the tool that I'm getting ready to share with you tonight. So for instance, I'm going to share with you my desktop. So here is my WordPress on the back end, right? This is a blog post that I have written and is ready for posting or for publishing. And a couple of things that I do as one of my blogging strategies is that I like to embed images in my post. There's typically a feature image, and then there are at least 2 or 3 other images that I use to give some enrichment or enhancement to the content of the article that I'm writing. That being said, that's also an opportunity where you're able to engage your reader to see something that, again, is relevant to what they're seeing in another visual stimulation, right? Because more people are more visual. So the more that you can give them a little bit of eye candy, the better, but make it relevant. So what you'll also notice is, so I have multiple, right? So I have an image here. You scroll down a little bit more, you'll notice I have an image here, and then you scroll down again and you see I have another image here. But did you notice something? Did you notice that each of the 3 images are 3 different sizes? Why do I do that, you ask? It's a little trick of the trade, I like to call it. It's because, one, I'm multi-purposing my content, which is actually you're really getting a double dose today of tools. So a strategy that I tend to use is that when I'm doing my social media post for the blog post, I use the same images that are inside of here, and then I can multi-purpose them and use them for my sharing out in social media. Whoa. So that makes perfect sense, right? So I'm able to leverage content in my time. So what you'll see here is this particular image is set for Twitter. This one, right, because it's more elongated, right? So you have your standard sizes. This particular image is set for Facebook and Instagram, square. This particular image is set for Pinterest or for stories, vertical. So now, while I'm identifying and creating images for inside of my blog post, I'm also being able to use those images for my social posts. Now, I go a little bit above and beyond, and I actually do include the titles or some type of label in as a part of my image. You don't have to. It's certainly a preference. It's just something I choose to do because I can get my branding out there at the same time. So again, that was a little bonus tool strategy for you guys. But here's what's more important. In as much as I have those images already set in size for each of the different social media posts that are out there, by the way, I'm also able to apply a tool to help with the sharing. Typically, what you'll find when you are on other people's websites is you'll have the share button, right? That says, oh, you can share it, click on any of them, and then it will bring it up there and you can take that image out there. But there's nothing included in it. So today, what I'm getting ready to show you is a really cool tool that's called ShareLink. And you can find ShareLink at the website here in the screen. Let me just make sure I can make that bigger as well. So here you can visit websiteplannet.com/webtools/ShareLink. Okay, that's a little long, I know. That's why I want to make sure you saw nothing else on the screen but that. So websiteplannet.com/webtools/ShareLink. And I'll also put this in, let me just do that right now. I'm going to put it in the comments. And this is a freebie, guys. As always, I always try to bring you some freebies whenever possible. And I'll put it in the comments right here. Let's see if it's going to let me do it. There we go. Oop, I did it twice. Voila. All right. So You'll see that on YouTube, and you'll see that, and I don't know if you'll see it inside of Facebook, but if not, I'll make sure to put it in underneath the video for today inside of the live feed itself. So not to worry with respect to that. So this is the tool that we're going to use. So let me go back into our webpage. So in my particular blog, what you'll notice is that I'll take this picture for instance. So I created this particular image because this will also serve as my social post share for Twitter and for LinkedIn, by the way. So that size applies to LinkedIn post as well. So again, if that's where you typically post, then just know that you can apply that same size to both Twitter and LinkedIn. So you get 2 for the price of 1. All right, so that being said, the first thing that you're going to do is you want to get the link to the URL that you're sending them to. So for instance, up here, let me just make sure I see this. And under my options here, you're able, let's see if it's going to let me do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you'll notice here that I have my shape and my sizes, and there's a link here. This is where you're going to be able to add the link that we're going to create. So you want to make your image a hyperlink. Okay, so I just want to give that as a preface. So now that we have that set out, so identify your picture that you want to share. And then you want to make sure that you also have the URL to your blog post. You're not sending them to the image, you're sending them back to the blog post so they can read the whole blog. So you need to have the URL for your blog post. So depending on where you are, what tool you're using, you want to get your URL. So in my particular case, I can come over here to my document link. I can come over here to where it says permalink, and I'm able to select my permalink, which is down here at the bottom. Let me bring this up on the screen so you can see it. You see that right there. So I'm going to just highlight that and copy it. Okay. So now it's sitting up in my clipboard. So now I'm going to stop this share, and I'm going to bring us over to the next share. So now that I've copied the web URL where I want it to go, I'm now going to open up the website of ShareLink. Okay, so here's where you'll find ShareLink Creator. So again, it lets people share your content easier. And the way it can apply to all the different social medias that are out there. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the social media of choice. Now, again, I specifically do it by the individual one. So you can do for all and it'll be generic. Okay, so that's what the all one is for. If you want to create a link specifically so that it shares to Facebook, then you click Facebook. If you want it to specifically share to go to Twitter, then you pick Twitter, and respectively for Pinterest, LinkedIn, or simply if you want to put it as a part of email. Okay. Then what you're going to, so in this particular case, I already bookmarked you, baby. Okay, so I'm going to pick Twitter because remember, the image that I created was designed so it will land nicely on Twitter. So with that being said, I want to make this a share to Twitter link. So I then am going to paste here the URL to where I want them to come, which is to my blog page for that particular item. Now I pasted it. Because of the way it copies, it takes a little bit of extra text. So I'm just going to delete that because it just does this stuff. So just clean it up a little bit. Okay, so that's the URL to the blog post. Okay. Now, here's the nice thing. You might have even experienced this with other people's when you share information for other people's websites is you can create pre-written content to go with the shared link, meaning you type out the phrase that you want people to tweet in this particular for you along with the link. So this is what I would write. So in this particular case, you can put your hashtags, you could put a phrase, anything that you want is optional. So in this particular case, I think, let me see something real quick. I'm going to take this one little phrase and I want to add that here. So I'm just going to take this one phrase that just says, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out and you don't have to be have a big reach yet, right? Then if I want to, I can include some hashtags. So I'm going to do hashtag partnership because that's what my article is about. I'm going to do hashtag business. I'm going to do my hashtag, which is keep it simple. So this is how you get your branding out there too. If I could just type better. And then I'm just for the sake of exercise, and I'm also going to do entrepreneur. And then of course, bloggers. Okay, so what I've just done is I've put the link where I want it to go. I've put in some text of what I wanted to pre-populate and write for the person who wants to share. And then I simply click create the link. Voila. So now it says here, get your link. So now I can simply copy it. If you wanted to, depending on the purpose and how you're using it, you can get an embed code. So you can copy the embed code and then you can put it as hard copy on the page if that's something you want to do. In this particular case, I'm simply sharing this link because I want to hyperlink my picture inside of my blog post. So I've copied my link to back to the clipboard. So let's stop here. And now we're going to go over to back to my post. And now I'm going to select my image, right? And I'm going to select edit hyperlink. Now, I already did this one, so this is why it's already showing there. But I would click on the link. Come on, don't be mean to me. Could be because I'm mirroring. Sometimes it doesn't want to do it. So you would copy and paste where you want in creating your link, as I did here, okay? And then here's the little jewel that I do at the same time. Because of the way the pictures are presented in WordPress when you put an image, you have the option for a caption. So this is what I do because, again, the easier you make it for people, the better. So in this particular case, I put here, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see it really well. I put a statement underneath that particular picture, and it says, enjoy this post, click pick to tweet to your followers. So I'm telling people, tweet this picture, right? Because it's going to take it and open up Twitter, right? And it's going to give them the phrase that they need. So what happens is I do the same thing. Sorry, guys. I do the exact same thing down here for my Square, my Instagram, and my Facebook. Do the same thing. I create the link back on Share Link. For Facebook specifically, I put in some pre-written text and my hyperlinks, and I put a caption under here as well. This one just says, is this post share worthy? Click image to post to Facebook. So I'm telling people this is when you can do Facebook, this is when you can do the Twitter. So you're kind of trading your readers in a way sense. So if you make this a common practice, they'll love you for it, right? And then come on down. And I've done the same thing here for Pinterest, or it could be for Instagram stories if people do that. Not so, I don't think people do stories as much. You would do it for yourself, but again, same thing goes here. Share your link specifically to Pinterest, and then you'll copy it and add it to this link. And again, I put a subtext, a little caption that says, want to save to read later, save image and pin to Pinterest. Okay, so I've created not one, not two, but 3 images that not only am I going to use to share on social media when I release my blog post, but as readers come to my blog post, and I want to encourage them to save it or to share this link as well. So to do a quick recap. So now let me take you out of, hold on one second, so you can actually see what this looks like. So now I'm going to take you to preview of this page. Hopefully it's not gonna. I want it to go into a different page, but it's probably going to go open in a new tab. More than likely. Yeah, it's going to. Okay, so we'll open it up in a new tab and I'll switch over real quick. Because I don't think, yeah, it's not going to show. So let me take you over to that tab and you'll see it. Okay, and let me bring you over to what the article now looks like. Oh, no, I want this one. Come on. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share that page. All right, so now you'll see the published page. Now it should show up. Give it a second. Okay, so now we're looking at a blog post as if you were landing on my page itself, this little pop-up. And now what happens? So here, person's going to read my blog and they're going to see this picture. Notice I now get the finger, which means it's clickable. And now if someone clicks on it, it's going to click and it's going to open up inside of Twitter. Let's see if it's going to stay in this tab or not. I think it will. And it's going to come up. There we go. So this person will open up their Twitter app or the website to Twitter. And if they might get prompted, whatever, depending if they're using this from their cell phone or not, doesn't matter. But now look what they get. So here, one of the best things you can do, making friends with others online, is so my pre-written text, and then say checkout, and it's already pre-written, and it's taking them to the link, and it's also going to include the image when it posts. So I'm going to hit this and hit tweet, right? So you can see the full effect. So now when I post, let's see if it's going to take the image with it. Let me see if I can open this and see how it lands inside the post. There we go. Let me take the picture. I think it did. It's just not showing because of my shares, my streaming. Yeah, I think it's not showing the view because of the way I'm sharing on the screen. But anyway, that's as easy as it gets. So now you have an ability to make it easier for people to share your content by creating links that will automatically not only take them there and take them and open up to their tool, but you give them the written words already done, give them the hashtags so that you can get the traffic and the sharing a lot quicker and easier by your readers. So that is today's tip. Hopefully you found that to be a useful one. I'm going to take you back down here. So again, if you haven't already done so, please try out this tool. It's called ShareLink. You can find it at websiteplanet.com/webtools/ShareLink and try it out. Let me know how that works out for you. I'm dying to hear how that may help you. And again, you want to make it easy for people to share your content with your readers. It's important because that's how you're going to drive traffic back to your website. Make it as easy as possible. Alrighty, so this is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and this is another Biz Tip Tuesday event. I am so excited and elated to be here and to share the good word. So if there's nothing else, let's get busy. For those of you who want to follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also, this is another YouTube production of the Small Biz Society, not Small Biz Boutique. And until next time, thanks, and let's have a good one. Bye-bye.